Hey, and welcome back. Today we're going to do a quick little review on a new seat I got, and I'm going to do a re-review on an older seat I've had for about 10 months. Now I can't compare the two seats together just because they're two different styles and two different price ranges. So the older seat I had, I'll just show you so we can, this will be at the end, is the Bass Pro Shops Pointman butt seat. And the new seat I have is the Tempress Pro Casting boat seat, and it's a totally different style, and it's a lean against or sit on seat. So as you can see right here, it's got a curved front, and that's for leaning against, and the padding in this thing is just awesome. The front has at least 1.5 to 2 inches of thick padding, and it's firm. The seat itself, it's 2 to 3 inches thick. The padding is all the way around the whole seat. There's really nothing hard to bump against or anything like that. And this seat is made in America. It comes in 6 colors. It comes in blue, gray carbon, red, gray carbon, charcoal, gray carbon, white blue carbon, black gray carbon, and the one I got, which was white gray carbon. The materials on this thing are unique. The white vinyl is a textured vinyl, which I found really interesting. Now hopefully this doesn't, attract mold or anything like that, but in 6 to 8 months I am going to do a full review, because I take this boat out 4 to 8 times a month, and I will do a full review on the wear, tear, everything from mold on down, and how the padding and everything went over. The other materials, obviously they're meant to be outside. I don't even know what to call them, but it is they seem really nice. I wish I knew the different types of materials that they use to sew this, but this has 3 types. You have the center carbon area, which is it's almost like a mesh, but it's a fine woven mesh, so you can't see through it or anything. Then you have a little different type of mesh. It's actually a little smoother, but it is a fabric. And then you have the white textured vinyl in the back and in the front and on the sides. It's unique, and it is really comfortable. I can't stress enough on how comfortable it is. So as you can see from the side profile right here, when you're leaning against it, you have at least 6.5 inches of nice firm padding to lean against your back. And then if you're sitting on it, on the back, it has about 4.5 inches of a padded back to it. Now it's not a high back bucket seat. It's not meant to be. These seats are really designed to support for your lower back. So that's one of the reasons I picked this, and my butt is glad I did. So for the frame of this seat, which you can't see, obviously it's inside, when I drilled my tool set into it, it seems to be the same material, an HDPE material. That's in the center of the seat. Covering all the staples and everything else and your hardware, your screw holes, is an ABS plastic. It's about 1/16 of an inch thick, and that's stapled on, so it's a very clean look underneath. My tools secured to it, no issues. Now you can't sit on your tool rack, it's not meant for that, but it's going to hold and be very sturdy. And if it lets go, obviously that would be one of my points, that it doesn't have anything in the base to screw into, but as for now, everything's screwed in and is secure. This tool rack I made, I would advise, hey, if you're always looking for your tools on your boat, go buy a piece of ABS plastic, make some holes in it, put your pliers and whatever else cutters and knife and whatever else you want in there. They're always right there at your when you need them. There's no searching around the boat. So that's just a little side tip on this review. But overall, this seat has been great. I've only used it once. Again, this is just an initial review, and the quality of everything, the sewing was also really nice. So as far as the Tempress seat, I'm happy, and I will be giving a full review on the wear and tear and everything else in 6 to 8 months. So now on to my Pointman seat, which I bought 10 months ago. Now this is a $39 seat. It is and was never meant to be a permanent seat. I was testing it out and hoping it would be, you know, good, and it was good seat for the price. The vinyl held up awesome, and this is outside uncovered for 10 months. No mold ever grew on this seat. I have a low boat, and I've got mold growing on my factory seats. This is some good vinyl. That's mold resistant. That I can guarantee it. The bottom plate, very good if you wanted to mount some tools to it. It's a very solid seat, never had any issues with it. The only issue, and this is a different design, so you have a point where you're sitting down, okay? It's not, they call it a lean butt seat. It is a butt seat, but it's really not a lean against seat, and I tend to lean against it more than anything. So one of the big downfalls on this is, and even in their ad, and I'm going to pull up their ad right now. Their ad says, oversized, overstuffed pro seat, and a little way down, thicker and more luxurious than most OEM seats. So I'm going to say that's false. It is thick and it is nice on top, but this whole bottom edge here, okay, is solid plastic. The foam for the seat came right up to the edge. It never went in front of this plastic. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but you can see the foam right here, and it's actually pushed back. Just from leaning on it, this is so soft, it collapses. I mean, with no pressure. So basically, when you sit on the seat or you're leaning on it in front, all the way around, it's just that plastic is just digging into the back of your legs. And even when you go to sit on top, your legs are hanging over the side and you can just feel the plastic. So this would have been 100% better seat if they would have had foam around the whole front and not the hard plastic right there. Now obviously $39 seat, you're not going to get the same quality build and as much foam as you are a $129 seat. So if you did purchase one of these, and I might do this myself just for shits and giggles, you can undo the staples on the bottom, pull the vinyl back, and add foam to the front. So if you're on a budget and you're around a Weintraub's or a sewing place or a, you know, some kind of store that might sell any kind of you know, a nice plush foam, not plush, but a dense foam that's, you know, made for seating or something like that, or you can use for seating, I would suggest give it a try. Pop off the staples, pull the seat back, glue some foam on there, trim your foam the way you want it, stretch it back over, and re-staple it. Give it a whirl. You know, instead of spending another, you know, $129 on a new seat, if this style seat suits you, I would suggest doing that. Now, this style seat really didn't suit me because I'm more of a leaner, but I also do sit. So, you know, for $39, was it a good seat? Did it hold up? Yes, yes, yes. The quality build good? Yes. You get, again, what you pay for, $39, $40. But very limited to how much padding is actually near the front of the seat, and that's where a brunt of the you know, brunt of the force from sitting and leaning all day is on. So you know, I would still recommend buying this seat for the price if you're on a budget. And if you run into the problem, or you sit on it a lot and you run into this problem, yeah, take off the staples, put some foam back there, give it a whirl, either that or buy a more expensive seat. So hey, that's it for today. If you like this kind of review, leave a comment. If you have any of these seats and you want other people to know about it, leave a comment. I really appreciate you guys watching. So until next time, take care and tight lines.